Acharyas, they glorify Srimati Radharani in a very interesting way. For example, if you see Sripad Adi Shankaracharya, let's start with Adi Shankaracharya because it's very interesting. Krishna Bhaktas glorifying Srimati Radharani, it's not a big deal because anyway, you are Krishna's devotee and without glorifying Radharani, you are nothing. Even more, Srila Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur says, we have nothing to do with Krishna if Krishna has no relationship with Srimati Radharani. Because Krishna is connected with Srimati Radharani, so we are worshipping Krishna. Otherwise, we have nothing to do with Krishna. So if that is the case, Vaishnavas, they explicitly, it is glorified. It is default that Vaishnavas, they glorify. But Sripad Adi Shankaracharya and those who are speaking this Brahmavada, Brahma Satya Jagan Mithya, Jivo Brahma Ivanaparaha. So even those people, they glorify Srimati Radharani. That is the greatness. Atma Ramascha Munaya Nirgranto api urukrame kurvanti ahaituki bhaktir ittam bhuta guno harihi. This word Vyasadeva, ittam bhuta guno harihi. That is our Krishna. Who is our Krishna? Even those who think they are liberated, even those who think they are Atma Ramas, even those who are think we are completely satisfied. Atma Ramascha Munaya Nirgranto api urukrame. They don't have to follow any grantha. Kurvanti ahaituki bhaktir. Even those people, even those Atma Ramas, kurvanti ahaituki bhaktir itam bhuta guno hari. That is our Krishna. Please listen. Even those kind of people, they get attracted to Krishna. This is Krishna's Makkan Chor Leela. Krishna steals usually butter. What kind of butter he steals? When it is kept very secret, when it is kept somewhere hidden, he goes and sneaks and steals it. If we keep just like that butter, he will say, no, I don't like butter. I'm in diet. I don't want this butter. It is very sour. I stopped eating butter. If you give just like that explicitly. But when you hide, Krishna comes and steals. In the similar way, those who think that we are liberated, we are Atma Ramas, we have nothing to do with this material world, we are already Brahma. Even those kind of people's heart are stolen by Krishna. Even those Acharyas, like the famous example is Sripad Adi Shankaracharya, even he glorifies. What he glorifies? Bhaja Govindam, Bhaja Govindam, Bhaja Govindam Mudamate, only one shloka. But we have many writings, many works of Sripad Adi Shankaracharya. The famous writings are Jagannath Ashtaka. Correct? So in this Jagannath Ashtaka itself, Sripad Adi Shankaracharya, he glorifies that Srimati Radharani's Rasanando Radha Sarasi Vapur Ralingana Shuko Jagannatha Swami Nayana Patagami Bhavatume. He says, when he sees Lord Jagannath, he sees that Srimati Radharani is holding Jagannath's hand, and he takes darshan of that kind of Jagannath who is with Radharani. And also in Yamuna Ashtaka, in Achyuta Ashtaka, in Shripati Ashtaka, in Govinda Ashtaka, there are many Ashtakas written, and in each Ashtaka he glorifies about Srimati Radharani. Especially in Yamuna Ashtaka, I remember I came across one nice beautiful verse. Jala Achyuta Achyutangara Angalampata Tistalini Vilasa Radhika Kachanta Champakali Malini Sada Vahana Vavatirna Bhatru Bhritya Narada Dunoti Me Mano Malam Kalindi Nandini Sadha. So this is Yamuna Ashtaka. In this Yamuna Ashtaka, when he was taking bath in Yamuna, he saw a beautiful garland, and this garland was Mahaprasad of Srimati Radharani. So he takes that garland and he wears on his head. So in this way, even Sripad Adi Shankaracharya, he glorifies Srimati Radharani. And we have a famous Sri Vaishnava Acharya, Vedanta Deshika. In his works also, we can see he glorifies Srimati Radharani. And also Manavala Mamunigal, there is one more Acharya, very famous in Sri Vaishnava Sampradaya. He glorifies Srimati Radharani. There are many quotations are given, I have taken, but since we don't have much time, I'm not going to go through all the quotations. If you want, I can give you later. So even in Madhva Sampradaya, these Paryayas, they consider themselves as gopis and they worship Krishna in the mood of that Gopi Bhava. So this worship of Krishna in the mood of gopis or in the mood of Srimati Radharani is very prominent among all the Vaishnava Acharyas, but they are kept very secret. But worship of Krishna was very prominent in India. We can see many prominent temples in South India also where Krishna is worshipped alone. Even 2500 years before, there was a Greek ambassador coming, Hilodius. He came and he saw all the temples and then he appreciated Sri Krishna and he became the devotee of Vasudeva. He mentioned that I have become a devotee of Vasudeva. So in this way, that Krishna's worship was very prominent all over India, all over the world, we can say. But the worship of Srimati Radharani was brought out when Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu appeared, especially when Madhavendra Puri appeared. Madhavendra Puri, he started, he has given the seed, and from him Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu took this. Anarpita Charinchirat Karunaya Avatarina Kalo. So this Unnata Ujjvala Rasa, he brought out this Unnata Ujjvala Rasa, which is kept in the spiritual world itself. He brought out this love of Godhead or Krishna Prema or Srimati Radharani Tattva to this material world. And from Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, then the worship of Srimati Radharani started in this Bharata Varsha. And Baladev Vidyabhushan, he made it more authorized. When there was a debate in Jaipur where these Ramanandis were protesting, how can you worship Radharani with Krishna? Radharani is not a authorized personality. Then he has to write a commentary on Vedanta Sutra just to establish that Srimati Radharani is the primary Shakti of Krishna. Just to establish this point, he has written a Vedanta Sutra commentary, Baladev Vidyabhushan. And then Janavi Mata, she brought the deities, Radharani's deities, and she installed in all the prominent temples in Vrindavana. So in this way, the worship of Radharani was brought out to this material, to this Bharata Varsha. So in Bhagavatam also, I remember Bhishma Deva, at the end of his life, he remembers Srimati Radharani. He remembers this Rasalila. Correct? What to speak of Bhishma Deva, even Vritrasura, at the end of his life, he's remembering this Rasalila of Krishna. And we have many examples where devotees ultimately, their ultimate goal or their ultimate meditation is rest upon this Radha Tattva or the Gopi Bhava. And that's what Chaitanya Mahaprabhu has come to give us, that Aradhyo Bhagavan Vrajayatanayas Tadhama Vrindavanam Ramya Kachitum Upasana. So this is the best upasana or best way to worship Krishna, that how the gopis, they worship Krishna. But for us, people like us, the acharyas, they were worshipping. But people like us, those who are fallen, those who are completely materialistic, those who are completely dull-headed, even for us, this worship of Sri Radha Krishna was introduced by our Acharya, Srila Prabhupada. So we are very fortunate that we are able to understand or we are able to participate in Lord's very intimate worship, very intimate, sublime, mystical worship of Radha and Krishna. Otherwise, it is very difficult for us to even go